and welcome to the daily newspaper analysis, which is brought to you by LawSikho. I hope that you're all doing fit, fine, and great. On this note, let's start with our discussion for the day. Today, we do not have any editorial as such, so we'll only be picking up the most important news updates for our prelims exam, and then we'll move forward with the legal news for the day. So before moving further, I'd like to go forward with taking the names of the students who had given the right answer in yesterday's newspaper analysis. So Bishalakshmi Bandopadhyay, Samrat Goyal, Anindo Chatterjee, Aksa Azmi, and Swati Singh all have given the right answer. And the question that I had asked was about that which schedule of the Indian Constitution talks about the anti-defection law. And yes, the correct answer is the 10th schedule of the Indian Constitution, and it was brought by the 52nd Amendment Act of 1985. And the purpose yesterday also, as we have discussed, of bringing the anti-defection law was to stop the popular practice of horse trading that was going on, in which basically a lot of MPs and MLAs used to switch parties just to take freebies or just to take, the benefits from other parties. And this caused, or this was actually brought at the cost of the stability of the government. And thus to stop that, to stop this defection in the government, the anti-defection law was brought. On this note, let's get started with the news updates for the day. Firstly, Dinkar Gupta appointed as the NIA chief. So the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet appointed former Punjab Director General of Police Dinkar Gupta as the Director General of the National Investigation Agency. In the 1987 batch IPS officer of Punjab cadre was removed as the state DGP and posted to the Police Housing Corporation after Charanjit Singh Channi replaced Captain retired Amrinder Singh as Punjab's Chief Minister in 2021. Here is a question for you all that recently there was an amendment in one of the the terrorism prevention laws of the country, and it was said that one of the agencies of the country can attach the property of a person against whom the charges of terrorism have been laid. Can you tell me that what was the name of this anti-terrorism law that was recently amended, and which agency of the Indian intelligence was given this right or this duty that it can attach the property of such person? Maybe one of the answers is already there in this particular slide. So maybe you can just all take a guess. Let's move further. Secondly, India's GSAT 24 successfully launched. So New Space India Limited launched the GSAT 24 following the space reforms, leasing the entire satellite's capacity to direct-to-home service provider Tata Play. This was the company's first demand-driven communication satellite mission. So here, please remember that GSAT 24 does not belong to ISRO. It rather belongs to this private, company that we have, the New Space India Limited, which is another step of private companies or the private venturing when it comes to space technology in the country. Thirdly, 14th BRICS Summit. So at the 14th BRICS Summit, which is to be hosted by China in a virtual mode on 23rd and 24th June, the member nations will review the global issues and will reach key agreements. Here is a very interesting question for you all. Pause this video, guys, and let me know in the comment section that which 5 countries are the members of BRICS. Actually, their initials are already there in the spelling that we have for BRICS. Fourthly, India's first Logistics Excellence Awards. So the Government of India hosted its first ever National Logistics Excellence Awards in New Delhi. Union Minister for Commerce and Industry, Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution and Textiles, Shri Piyush Goyal, along with the Minister of State for Commerce and Industry, Shri Som Prakash Sharma, gave away the awards in 12 categories. Fifthly, ONGC Videsh announces new discovery in Colombia. Please note that ONGC Videsh Limited is just the overseas branch that we have for ONGC. So all the expeditions and works that are taken care of by the ONGC outside of India, they are done by this branch of ONGC, which is called as the ONGC Videsh Limited. So this, which is a wholly owned subsidiary and overseas arm, as we were just discussing, of the Oil and Natural Gas Corporation of India Limited, the National Oil Company of India has made an oil discovery in the recently drilled well that was Uraka 9 in a CPO 5 block. It was in Llanos Basin in Colombia. So this can be an important question, that this well or this oil, a well that we have called as the Uraka 9 is in which of the following countries? So the correct answer, guys, would be Colombia. Do you know that which continent is Colombia a part of? If you know, then let me know for sure, all right? So let's get started with the legal updates for the day. Firstly, Section 311 of the Criminal Procedure Code says that the witness cannot be recalled merely because he gave a different statement in another case relating to the same incident, says the Supreme Court, which is actually very interesting to note. So, the Supreme Court upheld the judgment of the trial court and held that merely different statements in two different cases, separated by 7 years, was not sufficient cause to recall a witness. And this was held in the case of Saud Faisal versus State of Uttar Pradesh and another. Secondly, person outside India can file anticipatory bail application, but before final hearing, the accused must be in India, says the Kerala High Court. So the Kerala High Court said that Section 438 of the Criminal Procedure Code had not a restrictive mandate that person living outside India cannot seek anticipatory bail, so rather he can. However, the person has to be present in India before the final hearing of the court to impose and enforce conditions contemplated under statutory provisions. This was held in the case of Vijay Babu versus State of Kerala and another. So this was all for today. We hope you liked the session. If you did, do not forget to like it. And also, if you wish to download the PDF of today's slides, you can join our Telegram channel. The link is there in the description box below, or you can scan this QR code that you can see on your screens right now. Thank you so much.